It's done, and it is bigger than I thought it was going to end up. This is probably one of the bigger ones that we've had. It takes up half the table. Anyway, now that it's finished, I don't dislike it as much. It was just really a struggle. It took longer than usual, and I didn't do anything but the last piece that was handed to me to do. Very pretty. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my channel and happy Tea Tuesday. This is an open collaboration. If you're brand new here, I love to do collaborations where other content creators and get together and different ones host and they do a common thing. And so this one is hashtag Tea Tuesday, and it's hosted at Life with Patty 9531 and at Kathy's Favorite Things. So we do it on Tuesdays. You upload on Tuesdays, and you just show what you're doing on Tea Tuesday and what you're drinking. Let me see. Yep. That's coffee. I was trying to get the stains off of it with my tongue because I dribble. Do you do that on your coffee cup? Maybe it's just me. I have a loose lip. Anyway, Tea Tuesday today is going to be a pantry thing. I'm going to show you some pictures real quick before I get started. And, oh, everyone's invited to do this, by the way. I'm so scattered this morning. I've only had a pot of coffee so far. Anyway, it's 10:15 in the morning, and I'm going to go ahead and show you three, I think, pictures of the last of the beautiful foliage in my off my front deck porch thing. And I've got a paper maple out there that I just love every year. It is just gorgeous. I thought it was dying when we bought the house because I'd never seen a paper maple. The reason they call it a paper maple is the bark peels off in strips like paper. It sheds its bark. Isn't that odd? I'd never even heard of it. Apparently they grow very well here in the Pacific Northwest. We had a bad windstorm last night. I shouldn't say bad. I mean, there's no damage. It's not like a hurricane, but bad enough that it knocked a lot of leaves down. In fact, my bushes along the front of my front there has lost a lot of pretty foliage too. Anyway, here come the pictures, and then I'll start telling you about my pantry redo. This, yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. All right, I'm getting a decent start. It's 10:30 a.m. and I don't have to make dinner until probably 5. Uh, Everybody here's an adult. Nobody's going to pass out due to hunger like a child, you know. um, so tonight's dinner is going to be that chicken, hot mashed potatoes, and green beans. And by the time you see this, here's the exciting news. By the time you see this, my husband will be home. For those of you that are new, my husband is a merchant mariner. I don't know why I said merchant marine. I mean, that's one of the terms, but I say merchant mariner. Then that means that he works on board container ships, or a ship. He's assigned to one ship, and he travels all over the world with containers on board, and they stop at various countries. They drop off goods, and they bring home goods. So it's in like an import export kind of thing. And he has carried on his ship, it's not his ship, on the ship that he sails. He doesn't sail. I don't know. I don't even know. I'm just telling you what I've been told. Anyway, there have been things on board like, Dollar Tree toys, or, supplies, Walmart supplies, cars, live animals. There have been, and he doesn't take care of the live animals. When live animals are shipped, they are sent with a handler, and that's their responsibility. the people on board the ship have no business handling animals. So like it can be a load of cows, I don't know, whatever, I don't know. And so he this time and a lot of times goes overseas, and sometimes he just hugs the coast and of our country and onto Hawaii. So this time it was way overseas, and he's been gone since summertime. So we have gone a long time without getting to see him, and everybody's excited to have him home because he is the brains of the operation here. Meaning he can change high light bulbs. Anyway, my boys can do that too. They're all adults, and I've got 2 adults still here and 3 adults that live on their own. And, they're grown up and they stop by and say hi, but the other 2 that are still here are working full time as well. Anyway, it's a pre-holiday redo, and it is going to be that I have a couple pantries. I'm going to empty the bad one, empty it completely. I'm going to wipe down all the shelves. I'm going to wipe down everything in it. I'm going to look at dates and purge what is no longer worthy because it's further out of date than my family chooses to use. I'm going to trash or I'm going to donate what we've had a long time and is not out of date and is not going to get eaten. My parents live in town, my adult kids, and I can just give it to them, And then I'm going to reorganize back. So here's something I'm just going to show you that has nothing really to do with organization, but have any of you used this brand of juice? I'm going to try to say it. R.W. Knudsen. I would say that the K is silent. It might be Knudsen, but I'm going to say Knudsen. So it doesn't expire until 2/28/27, which is amazing for a juice. It's cider and spice. I bought this because I sent one of the kids to the store to get apple cider. And I said, don't you bring me home a gallon jug, because apparently that's all they're selling right now is jugs of the actual real apple cider, and we won't drink a gallon. I said, just get a little one, and this is what he came home with. And at first I thought, oh no, it looks like it might be too much, but really it's not. I bought this brand in other flavors or types because I love making jelly with it. It's 100% fruit, and it's 0 added sugar. So let me show you what we've got going on here. Come on. Ugh. Okay. So ingredients: apple juice brewed with spice blend of cinnamon, cloves, apple spice, orange peel, orange oil, lemon peel, vitamin C. That's it. Isn't that amazing? 100% juice. I'm not going to worry about the calories because I'm going to go ahead and add sugar to it to make jelly. But I probably won't have time before autumn kicks off, and I could probably still do it. I wanted to make little gift jars of cider and spice jam. And I thought, what a fun autumn treat to give away in pretty little jars, My kids only eat a certain jelly, so they won't eat it, but I know my parents appreciate it, and I think that my grandkids might too. So anyway, that's my review on this. I love this juice. When I am juicing, and I haven't done this in a long time, I need to, for sure. When I'm juicing, I like to use this brand. Like if I'm going to do a green juice that's just kale and spinach and celery and the green goods, I'm going to put a splash of this good, not this brand, because this type, because I've never seen cider and spice, but I would put in some cranberry or some grape or something else to give it some power over the green taste. Just add some of this to it because it's straight up, what it says it is. Okay, enough of that. So the reason I'm going to do this is it lets me know what I already have, what I need, so I don't overshop on my list for Thanksgiving. At some point, I need to make that Chex Mix too, because that's going to purge a whole lot of stuff out of my kitchen. Boxes of cereal, cans of nuts, those things, the bags of pretzels, all of that. So I'm going to get started on this. I've already got a card table set up. Let me show you. This is just what was on the floor in front of the pantry door because there's no room. Oh, let me tell you about this. I have a problem with jars, and I'm done. I am done. They're going out. I've been collecting glass jars with lids in case I need them for far too long. It's a sickness. I need my daughter to come over. She'll handle it. She's come over before and purged my pantry against my will. Okay, I'm going to get busy. I have a bucket full of these things, and luckily there were only, was there one? There was one, I think. What did I do with it? Well, I must have already thrown it out. Okay, all of them here are fine. They're, you know, the dates on these Martha White muffins just go on and on and on. So I made sure everything was dated. Some of them were not, most of them were not, and so they are now. I'm going to, yes, I'm going to donate those two. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of instant cornbread. My family prefers I make it myself with cornmeal, flour, you know, that kind of thing. But I've always kept these in my prepper pantry, and I will continue. And if I don't use them, I can gift them before they're, you know, out of date. And my community will benefit, and so will we. So let's see how many of Martha White. Okay, these didn't make the final cut, and a lot of people use cornbread for their stuffing. They bake cornbread and then crumble it for cornbread stuffing. I use something else, but anyway, I'm going to go ahead and donate these because they're going to be good well past Thanksgiving, and somebody might need them way more than I do because here's the final cut. So I had 2 of the strawberries, and I put, these both had the same date. They're good until next November. And then I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the blueberry and 1 blueberry cheesecake. So I put the ones that'll go first toward the front, and I can knock out 4 of these. I never make a single batch of these with all the people that eat here. So, all of these youngest to the oldest, so oldest to the youngest, yeah. This will be gone in February, and this last one back here says November of next year. Blueberry muffin. I only had 1 of the cheesecake ones. And then over here, we've got $6.25. I think the next one says $6.25. Yeah, and $8.25, and 1, 2 chocolate muffins. Those are my favorite. Good till next Christmas. I think the one behind it is the same. Yep. So that's done. All my Martha White muffin mixes are fine. I also had glass jars stuffed in here. Let me show you. 4 jars so far are leaving the pantry. They're going in recycle. Here we go. I've got all of the cake mixes and the brownie mixes and all of that. Got them all dated. I've got the whole bottom shelf, it's the floor actually, of the pantry in the utility room, laundry room. I've got that emptied out. I'm going to go in there and vacuum it out and wipe it down real good. And then I'm going to continue on. So I'll just show you. This is expired. It expired in July. It's my experience, never even been opened. I just threw it on the floor in there with the cake mixes and forgot. I like brown rice a lot. I've heard that you're not supposed to eat a lot of any rice, but I could live on rice. I really could. Anyway, $7.24. It's my experience that brown rice, when it expires, goes to the dark side. It stinks. It has a funny odor, taste, everything. So I'm going to have to throw this away. I hate to do it. It was organic. It was good stuff. I got a great sale on it. That's my bad. All right, I have 3, 4, 5, 6 cake mixes, 2 brownie mixes, and a sugar cone. So all 3 of these are $6.25. I had a fit thinking I wouldn't be able to get my hands on these for autumn. Well, I did. And then $2.25 for the only yellow cake mix in there. There's a butter pecan mix that I think we're going to do first. Well, no, do this first, Kendra. Anyway, butter pecan just sounds so good, doesn't it? Anyway, then there's a lemon cake mix. I like to do those in the springtime just because lemon cake seems like a spring dessert to me. These aren't expired until summertime, so there'll be time for the kids to, and by kids I mean grandkids, to have an ice cream cone if they want. And then Duncan Hines double dark chocolate fudge, $2.25. Those will go fast. And the Ghirardelli double chocolate, $6.25. So these are good until summer too. I don't have to worry about any of these except this one getting used, yellow cake mix. No problem. So I'm going to go in there and vacuum real quick. I'll show you the floor. All right, this is the bottom half. Lots of dust bunnies. I found a dead bee. That could be, no, that's poodle fur. That big blotch right there, that black is poodle fur. I bathed them in here. Not in the pantry, but in the sink right. Whoa, that's a super close up, sorry. In the sink right there, I bathed them. Okay, and then this half is empty. I believe when the house was built, they intended for this to be the linen closet. And when I got to look at my stash, because we moved in right before COVID, I went, I'm going to need more room. And so this is not a linen closet anymore. And this is what I have to deal with today. This is a hot mess. I can't find a thing. Oh, and this is just a half of it. Let me show you the other half. I should have shown you before I started, because the floor was disgusting too with who knows what. And here's the other half. So some of this is pretty long term, like up here. Anyway, some of this is going to stay and some of it isn't. I'll be looking at dates again. I know there's no problem with the peanut butter and the mayonnaise. That stuff is too expensive. There we go. There we go. Miss Joy, you looking for food? Anyway, that side is dusted out, vacuumed out, and this side over here. So I can start putting things back. Here is a bucket of jars that I intend to throw into the recycle. If my husband were here, he'd probably want a few. No, I'm not keeping them. Jars I intend to keep. Dehydrated onion, dehydrated peas and carrots. I took all the carrots out. Green beans, bell peppers, marshmallows. These used to be smaller. They're still hard, but they grew. Sweet potatoes and mystery. I smelled it. I might think it would be like fish coating for frying fish, but I'm not sure, so it's going in the garbage. I'm keeping this jar. It's a canning jar. The only two jars that are not canning jars are because they're unique, and I can put dehydrated foods in them, and I think they're pretty for dehydrated foods. Oops, and this is where Dolene lives, my sourdough, when I've got sourdough going, which I don't. I don't need that right now. Okay, I vacuumed out this shelf down here and I washed it down with power wash and then I rinsed it. Now I'm coming up here and I took out the great big things like big containers of seasoning and stuff and dated them. And now I'm going to go after these little things. I'm going to make sure everything belongs where it is. I'm supposed to have sweet like baking, savory like, cooking. But sometimes things get moved around. All right, we're getting there. We got two that are cleaned up and everything. I should have started from the top because dust drops down, but I don't think clearly. So I used to have all of this sweet, like for baking here, and now it is just savory for cooking. And I just emptied this, cleaned it down. Oh, I washed this shelf here, but this looks like dirt, but it's actually paint coming off. It's just old boards that we used. Well, these were here. The boards on the other side we used. But anyway, so, they're beat up some. Oh, I put in a light. I don't know why it's not working. It's, there. Ta-da! And I put one down here too. All right. I have a question. I'm not a real experienced canner, but I can make jelly. My question is, at what point do I throw these away? These are from 2022. So just a little over 2 years old now. I've got 4 of the grape jelly. Would you keep them? I made them from real granulated, pure cane sugar and the organic grape juice. So it's made from grape juice. What do you say? Keep it or toss it? All right, I've gone over here to the other side, and this is what I've got going on here. Oh, you know what? I shouldn't be over here yet. Never mind. I thought when I got done with these two, that was it. It wasn't. So I've got an empty bucket here that I'm thinking I'm going to keep the peanut butter and jelly and mayonnaise that I stock up in. So that'll go there. But anyway, I've got to do all of these meats from stock. And then these are baking things. There is a liquor bottle back there. It's like 10-year-old or further, even older, orange liqueur. And what I do is when I make a pound cake, I put the pound cake pan on top of the neck of that bottle, and it keeps it so it gets cool all the way around, and I can pop it out easier. Anyway, long story short, that's it. Now, I need to get rid of all of this stuff, or get it out, not get rid of it. And this doesn't go here. I'm done with the pantry for tonight, and I've got some potatoes that I cooked. Kind of crispy, but I like them that way, and I think the kids do too. They're fine. They're like French fries. Then I popped a couple of green bean cans here and put some butter in it. They can salt it if they want. I used to put salt and onion powder in it, but I'm just gonna let them do it. And then let's turn this oven off, and chicken, in a dirty oven. All right, we are back in the laundry room. I'm not done with the laundry room. There are things that need to go out to the garage, and there are things that need to go in the garbage, and shoes that need to go in the closet, because we don't need everybody's every shoe in here. We have 2 different shoe racks. But here is the pantry. So the first half, start up here. I got rid of everything that was expired. I made sure everything was dated. All the oils, canned meats of all kinds, sausage gravy too, and oh, that's that dried beef stuff that I haven't even opened yet and tried. So there's tunas, sardines, mussels, oysters, clams, kippers, salmon, shrimp, what else? Crab. Okay, so that's like proteins. Oh, some Spam back there, baby. You gotta get your musubi. Hey, I have a light, hold on. All right, there we go, fancy sauce. I don't put a light right here because it hits my husband in the eyes. Okay, I got all of the savory kinds of spices here. Okay, I decided to put the vanilla between the savory spices and the sweeters for, you know, baking. So here's the baking stuff. What is that? Oh, cloves. I thought I put pepper in there accidentally. So there's that. And then there's, you know, extracts of different kinds. Then down here is some more savory stuff, but the bigger kinds of stuff. I don't know why I have 2 peppers, but they'll use it. And this right here is my favorite. I love this. Touch of Cherry Barbecue Rub. I got it online. I saw Fallon on Moss Family TV, and then I bought it. And then there's some salts. There's more salt over on the other side, but this is open. These are opened. And syrups, more kind of fats stuff. You know, baking soda, baking powder, baking everything, spray. Down here, I've got the mayonnaises and the peanut butters and jellies. And there's that jelly I asked about until I decide what to do with it. And there's some pickles and some cherries in here too. All the cake mixes, all the boxed cornmeal, all the, well, those are potatoes. So closed this side, we'll go to this side, and I just realized that I did not put any lights in here. I don't really guess we need them because these aren't opened that often. Boy, did I throw away a lot of stuff. So Down here are all the muffin mixes, and I still have room. I should put the cake mixes beside it. Anyway, all kinds of canned milks and milk alternatives. Coconut, condensed, evaporated, dry buttermilk, shelf-stable milk. I think that's it, yeah. And then up here I found a spot for my dehydrated stuff. Oh, and these are sourdough. So this is Beth, and this is Dolene. So, Beth and Dolene. Nuts, cornmeal, barley, tahini, rice, white rice. I need to put brown rice on my grocery list. Some vinegars, got those kinds, and that's bee pollen. Not sure what to do with it or why I bought it. Then there's apple cider vinegar, boiled peanuts. These are actually expired, like, what was it, 9/24. But I'm going to put them in a pan and serve them up. I don't care. Honey. And this is long-term, those Augustin Farms. I don't even know. I've got vegetables and butter and eggs and, you know, stuff like that. And then canning salt. So, I'm ready to go sit down for a few minutes. Whoops. Too loud. And in about 30 minutes, I'm going to come back in here, clear a path, and give a poodle a bath. So, thank you for watching. If you stuck around this long, I sure appreciate you. It's going to get better. It's going to be perfect. It is. I'm not done yet, but I was done filming. Bye, everybody. They taste like French fries. They're delicious.